Meanwhile, Republican Congressman Tom Tancredo compared Sotomayor's past membership in the Latino advocacy group La Raza to being a member of the Ku Klux Klan.
If you belong to an organization called La Raza, in this case, which is, from my point of view anyway, just nothing more than a Latino, it's a counterpart, it's a Latino KKK without the hoods or the nooses. If you belong to something like that, you have to explain that in a way that's going to convince me and a lot of other people that it's got nothing to do with race, even though the logo for La Raza is all for the race, nothing for the rest.
In response, La Raza accused Tancredo of defaming the organization and for making up the organization's motto. In news from Latin America, the United States and Cuba have agreed to resume direct talks on migration and open discussions on reestablishing direct mail service between the two countries. Official talks between the two countries were last held in 2003. Some 7,000 indigenous activists gathered in Peru on Friday to show support for Amazon tribes, which are protesting against a package of laws they say will threaten their native lands. Thousands of Amazon Indians have been on strike for more than a month over a series of presidential decrees that open up natural resource sectors like gas, lumber, and oil to private investors. Miguel Palacin helped organize the Fourth Continental Summit of Indigenous People.
The government of Peru is really going against the rights of the native people. The indigenous territories are being handed over to mining companies, oil companies, and loggers. And today, after a 49-day protest by the indigenous people, there is still no answer. We have an unstable government, and from here we will send a message to the world to say that this government disregards the indigenous people.
In the West Bank, 6 people were killed Sunday when forces loyal to Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas raided a Hamas hideout just days after Abbas met with President Obama. It was the bloodiest internal Palestinian clash in the West Bank since 2007. After the raid, Hamas threatened to call off Egyptian-sponsored reconciliation talks with Fatah that had been scheduled to resume in Cairo in July. The president of Ohio State University has resigned from the board of directors of Massey Energy after coming under pressure from opponents of mountaintop removal coal mining. Gordon Gee had served on the board of Massey since 2000. Massey Energy is one of the biggest companies using mountaintop removal mining in Appalachia. In education news, the Los Angeles Unified School District has announced it's canceling most of its summer school programs due to the district's budget crisis. Almost all summer school classes, as well as playground and pool programs, are being canceled at the district's elementary and middle schools. Meanwhile, dozens of Los Angeles school teachers are staging a hunger strike to protest budget cuts. And an Air France plane carrying 228 people from Brazil to France has gone missing over the Atlantic. A search and rescue mission is underway off the coast of Brazil.